Now we'll be moving a step higher. We'll be using two indicators at once. Now we'll be using the RSI and the moving average. So we'll be using the both of them as confluences. We'll be using the both of them as confirmation. We'll be would we'll use the moving average to tell us the direction of the market, and we'll use the RSI to give us entry points. All right. Before we talked about just using the RSI alone. We talked about the moving average alone. Right now, we are going to merge the both of them together, and they will give us more accuracy instead of just using one alone. Using the both of them will give us more accuracy. Let's head over to my screen. All right, now we are on our chart. Like I said, we are taking things one step further. We started with RSI, which is the simple aspect of the technical analysis. Is just the basic. All right. Now we're just going to add one more indicator, because you can use more than one indicator on your chart. So the more indicator you use, the more confirmation you get. So right now we are going to be adding the moving average. Like I said, what is the moving average? I explained it to you in the previous video. The moving average is used to tell you or to dictate the trend of the market, the direction of the market. So let's click the F sign without wasting much time. Then we click we are not clicking now. You're not going to click the relative strength index indicator window. Don't click that one. Leave that one. That one is just for the relative strength index. So we are clicking the main window at the top, this one. Then we are going to look for moving average, which is this you're seeing here. You tap it. Then we are going to change this period to 200. We are using the two. Let's use the 150. I love the 150 moving average. Then we change the method. We leave the shift to 0. We change the method to sim to exponential. So we are using the EMA, exponential moving average. All right. Let's make the style a little bit. Let's just click done. Let's see how it is. All right. Now this is the moving average. As you can see, this line here. This line here. All right. That is the moving average. In the previous video, I told you guys how the moving average works, right? I told you if the moving average is above the candle, which is what you're seeing here, if it's above the candle, is indicating a downward trend, which is it is selling. The market is on a downward trend. And as you all know, if you're trading the trend, you don't trade against the trend, you trade alongside with the trend. So how is this moving average going to help us up our game using the RSI, so that we don't just use the RSI alone? So this is the trick behind it. All right, the RSI still remains as it is, 70-30. Now we've added the moving average. Now what we are going to do is we are going to, whenever, now let me first of all explain to you before we now start looking for opportunities or we start back testing. Now this is how it works. Once your candlestick is above once your moving average is above your candlestick, indicating a downtrend, now we are not going to look for confirmation, because now we already know that the market is on a downtrend. So we are looking for opportunities to sell. We are looking for opportunities to what? To sell. So we are now going to look for RSI touching 70 when the moving average is above the candlestick. So that is it. That will tell you, okay, it has given you the first confirmation that, okay, the market is on a downtrend. Okay, now market is on a downtrend. I want to sell. What will I do? Let me use the RSI to give me confirmation. So right now we are not going to look for the RSI whenever the moving average is above the candlestick. We are going to look for RSI whenever it touches 70. So let's see. Let's see. It doesn't happen often. As you can see right now, the moving average has changed. It's now below. It's now below the candle. Now this explains it better. Now if the moving average is below the candlestick, is indicating an upward trend, which is buy. All right. Now, okay, the moving average is below the candle, is signifying or indicating an upward trend. So how am I now going to get a confirmation, or how am I going to know when to enter a buy? Because it is buys you will be looking for on an uptrend. Now your RSI will now help you. So now look at it. This just explains this better. Now look at the moving average is below the candle. Look at this point, and the RSI is touching 30. So we have two indicators, two confirmations. So that strengthens the RSI. So the RSI is not just working on its own right now. The moving average is now a supporting indicator, a supporting confirmation. All right. At this point, it's telling you enter a buy. And if you had entered a buy at this point, you would have made your profit. Let's see how many pips we would have made. Let's see how many pips we would have made. That's just, let's just say, roughly 25 pips. No. That's roughly 23 pips. 23 pips, if you use 0.01, that is $2.3 profit. If you use one lot size, that is $230 profit. If you use 0.1 lot size, that is $23 profit. All right. So if you had entered the trade here with this analysis, or with this strategy rather, and you put your stop loss just right below where you entered from. Let's just do the mathematics. How many pips stop loss is this? Let's use 10 pips. I always advise 10 pips. 10 pips. So this is your stop loss. All right. So then if we are using the 1 to 2 risks to reward, we are supposed to be looking for $20 profit. All right. 20 pips. That's it. So 1 to 2 risks to reward. Our stop loss is 10 pips. Take profit is 20 pips. If it's 1 to 3 risks to reward, our stop loss will be 10 pips and our take profit will be 30 pips. So that's how it is. Do you understand now the risks to reward? I've explained this before. So this would have been our take profit, and we would have closed this trade in profit. So this is just the simple way of adding the moving average to the RSI for another confirmation, or for a stronger confirmation. Do you understand? So many that just don't want to use the RSI alone can decide to use this strategy. It works very well. You can go back and do your back testing. I've always told you, whenever anybody teaches you any strategy at all, make sure you do the back testing. At least, definitely, it's not always going to be successful 100%. So when you do your back testing and you notice that, oh, this thing has 80%, 70%, 60% positive, or it has positive returns or accuracy, let's use the word accuracy, it is a good indicator. You can actually use it. All right. So to not just to because of the length of this video, we'll be stopping here. You can by yourself go on your chart and put in the RSI and put the moving average and do the back testing by yourself. If you try 10 trades and you notice that 6 7 came out successful, then, brothers and sisters, it's a good indicator, it's a good strategy that you can be using to make money by yourself, needing no aid or support from anybody. You don't need a signal provider, you don't need anybody to tell you buy at this time, sell at this time. You can do it yourself. Thank you very much, guys.